Welcome to the Natural Healthy Lifestyle Show with Win-Win Women. This show is for information and educational purposes only. The opinions or points of view expressed in this content represent the view of the show host and its guests. I'm Rhonda Ormond Peterson, and I'm your show host. My intent is to teach about healthy choices using natural solutions. Choices done consistently over time become habits, and habits done consistently over time become a lifestyle. This is the time of year where people are excited about the holiday season, a time to celebrate, to sing, to tell stories, and to be with those they love. It's a time everyone loves to give gifts. Gifts are exciting to give and to receive. It's fun to wrap them up and decorate them. Excuse me. Gifts are symbolic of love or respect from the giver to the receiver. How many times have you been shopping for just the right gift? And there can be a lot of stress trying to get something for everyone on your list. Often what starts out to be a good thing can become overwhelming. Sometimes we have to evaluate our priorities to balance the stress it can cause. Someone I know recently told of a family member that gives wonderful and very expensive gifts. She spends a lot of time picking out particular gifts for each person on her list. And my friend asked if any one of the receivers really remembered what gift they received from year to year. That statement made me think. There's so much truth in that. Do you remember the gifts that you're given from year to year? What do you remember? Do you remember events, time with those you love? These seem to be the most important gifts of all. What gifts will you give that will make a difference in 100 years? There are gifts that don't need money. Some of the gifts that I wanted to share with you today would be the gift of time, of kindness, and of love. Have you considered giving the gift of time to someone you love? How important is it? The value of time perhaps can be explained with this quote by Mark Levy. If you want to know the value of 1 year, just ask a student who failed a course. If you want to know the value of 1 month, ask a mother who gave birth to a premature baby. If you want to know the value of an hour, ask the lovers waiting to meet. If you want to know the value of 1 minute, ask the person who just missed the bus. If you want to know the value of 1 second, ask the person who just escaped death in a car accident. And if you want to know the value of 1/100th of a second, ask the athlete who just won silver medal in the Olympics. Like so many of you, I've been through many busy times, so busy that it's hard to give more time to develop and strengthen relationships. It's sometimes the biggest sacrifice. However, time with others, especially family and close friends, is so important. The worth of time is explained in this quote. Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. You can give it away as one of the greatest gifts of all. Take time with family and friends and also with other relationships. Take time to listen, to really listen. And most people want to be heard. Take the time to understand and build relationships. Perhaps it's time to understand and learn more about that person. Anything you nurture will grow. Take time to be together. It's just being together that makes it so special. Take time to do something enjoyable together. Play a board game with your family, read a story to a child, or listen to a neighbor. Give of your time. It only takes a moment. Consider spending your time with intention and with purpose. Each time frame counts and adds up. Time well spent building relationships will make a difference. A second, a minute, an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year. It all adds up. The next gift to remember that you can give is the gift of kindness. We know that people have good relationships with their family and with their friends, but what about those forgotten? Do you notice the unnoticed? People just want to be acknowledged. The dearest thing that anyone can hear is that of their own name. Do you pay attention, watch, and observe those around you? Everyone has a purpose. Everyone is valuable. And kindness is just treating people like you want to be treated. It's sometimes just having some human interaction. A recent story on a local news station reported on 2 families that gave meals to the homeless in their city. They gave it from the trunks of their cars. A man that had recently become homeless commented on the service given. He said, "People are certainly hungry for food, but hungrier for connection. When people come out and do something like this, it gives me hope." Spontaneous giveaways. He said, "Unfortunately, a lot of people who are out here, their hearts are calloused and they don't have a lot of hope." It's important to have connection or interaction, even with those who seem to have no purpose, or at least they think they have no purpose and they don't know what it is. But give a hand up. It's just understanding that another person cares and that each person is important. They want to feel important enough. How do you make people? How do you make people feel? How do you give hope? Is it with kindness? Excuse me. Give a smile or say hello to the person in the corner cubicle or the person walking slowly, sadly down the sidewalk with their head hung down. Could you give them a smile? Could you greet them? Maybe say some kind words and words of encouragement. Help others, encourage others. We never know what they are going through. And it just helps them to understand they are important too. As Maya Angelou stated, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. My family had some interaction serving those that are less fortunate than us and that were homeless. And we were able to serve and give some small gifts to them. And excuse me, they always gave us a thank you in return and added in, "God bless you." They gave back a request for a blessing to us. And that meant a lot to us. Giving to people in this situation, they want to give something back. And so they give all that they can give. They give a gratitude and then they ask for a blessing. We've seen this many times with many people. As I stated, our family was doing some service work for the people who were in meager circumstances. And one particular woman touched our hearts. We were driving down the street, and there she was on the street, a woman in very meager circumstances with tattered and well-worn clothes, worn out shoes. Her hair was unkempt, and her teeth were missing. She was friendly and she accepted the small gift graciously. And then she thanked us and she said she wanted to give us a gift. As she started singing, I still get chills today remembering her beautiful voice. It was clear and on key with every note and every word. It was the most beautiful experience. And then she told us that her family used to perform on Broadway, but they fell on hard times. She had relocated to our city and obviously had fallen on hard times herself, and knew who knows what her life journey had been and what she'd experienced. She had an amazing talent, unseen and unheard, that could lift anyone's spirit. She just wanted to give back, and she gave us so much. And as we left, our little 4-year-old granddaughter that experienced this commented that she felt we had just been sung to by an angel. We called this lady Miss Kitty, and she gave us something very special to be remembered. And each year, as we did our family acts of service, we saw her and we would interact with her. And one year, she showed us her apartment. It was a small hotel room, very meager circumstances, but she was very proud of it. And she showed us her stuffed animals. She felt so blessed and so happy that we could see what she had. And we felt so blessed that we could interact with her and still of everything that we had been given. It's important to just give back. Another gift that will mean something to others is that of love. Now, respect and love are synonymous. And when you have self-love and love for God or your Creator, your ability to love others is much greater. The greatest gift in life is our ability to love, not in our capacity to receive it, but in our power to give it. It's truly the gift that lasts forever and that you can keep giving. And what's even greater is you already have it. The more you give away, the more you receive it. It just feels good. Love is a way to emphasize kindness and to want to give more time to others. You can give a smile, a word of encouragement, a hug, a note or message of love or encouragement or inspiration. We give love to those that are close, but we really need to give love for people in general. We have a neighbor that's always willing to help others. No matter what the circumstance is, he's always there to help and willing and expects nothing in return. This is an act of love. Be willing to help. An elderly man was trying to tie a tree to the top of his car, and his wife was holding a grocery cart for him to stand in while he was trying to tie it on. Someone I know went over and helped him. The man and his wife were so grateful for the help. It's by small acts that the heart grows, both for the giver and the receiver. What gifts will you give that will make a difference in 100 years? Time, kindness, and love. And you don't need money to give these. By simple acts, give a smile, a compliment, a hug, or an act of love. Now I want to share with you my slides. As we review what we've learned today in summary. Will it matter in 100 years? Give the gifts others will remember. The best gifts are gifts of the heart, the gift of time, the gift of kindness, and the gift of love. So with the gift of time, value every moment, give time to those close to you, read a story to a child, listen to a neighbor, and give service to those in need. The gift of kindness, notice the unnoticed, give a smile, use kind words, encourage others, and give back. And the gift of love, treat others as you want to be treated. Give a hug, write a note or message, be willing to help, and love people in general. So I want to say to you, give the gifts that will last and give them from the heart. Those are the ones that will be remembered. And remember to join us next week and every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you for joining the show. Have a wonderful day.